back to the channel. Thank you for joining me again. Now, on the lift behind me, we have another air ride install, and I know that I did this video before, however, I didn't test drive it, and I know that a lot of you wondered how it actually rode on the road. Now, behind me, I've already stripped off the old suspension, so we're going to be installing our full air ride suspension provided by On Air Suspension. We'll get this installed, and we'll take it on a road test and show you guys what it really feels like. Okay, guys, so it's a couple of days later, and I've fully installed the kit. We're just going to give it a quick full engine service, and we're also going to be remapping it to a stage 2, which should make it really fun, actually, and a bit faster. So I'll run you through the install, show you what we've done, and basically then we're going to calibrate it, we're going to do the full service. On-air installation installed, Coney shocks, new top mounts. I've run all the lines nice and neatly again, so it's not going to get any chafing, anything like that. Height sensor installed, looms kept out the way, and I've taken all the care and attention to make sure that if this is ever maintained, that they're not going to mess with the air installation. So if the gearbox or transfer box ever needs to be removed, all the lines run over the back sort of balance over here, so they won't need to disconnect anything from the air installation. Coming around to this side, everything's all neatly installed, height sensors all there, lines are all nice and neatly run, and we've just got it on charge at the moment, but we're pretty much ready for our calibration. I'm just going to do this service. So we're just changing the car's oil. I'm going to remap it to stage 2. And, well, take it out on the road and see what it feels like. So stage 2 is basically going to be a bit more aggressive on its kind of acceleration and its peak torque. Obviously, it's going to need cooling, so we've got a bigger intercooler in this one. And basically, this should make all the difference because this one just doesn't have any... It's obviously on the original transit map, so it's going to make a big difference. And yeah, very excited to drive this one. And this is now going to... That's our compressor working, filling our reservoir tank. It's going to try and lift this vehicle up, which it is doing. This is just so cool to watch. Front's airing up. And that would be in our normal road height, and that's going to fill the reservoir tank. But really cool, this kit. It's just super kind of unheard of for Defenders, and I really like the kind of comfort option as well as the performance benefits of this. So we'll right on. That's it, and we're now writing over our ECU fuel map and basically telling it to go faster. So we've got the magic page come up, writing the ECUs completed. That means we have a stage 2 map installed. Now, just going to analyse the log on the ECU. We're done with stage 2. We've fully serviced the car and we have fitted air. Okay, so now we've fully serviced the engine. We've put a stage 2 map onto the ECU and we fitted our full 4-corner adjustable air suspension. Now this kit is just ridiculous and it's just unheard of for Defenders, and it makes the world of difference to your ownership. And I know they're probably thinking, well, it's probably, you know, it's going to be unreliable. It's not. It really isn't. It's just it brings that kind of modern age to Defenders, which is just so needed. You know, you've got a typical coil sprung axle, but it just makes cornering so much more predictable. It's much more versatile and usable on the road and off the road. Obviously, if you're battering it off-road, I probably wouldn't say get this package. But if you're a road user, you know, you go into car parks and the rest of it, it's so cool. And it's just got a great party trick, which is when you switch the ignition off, it slams out and it looks like this one here. It's just so cool. And I love installing them. I love the package and I really rate them. But let's finish this and we'll get it on the road. And, well, we can see exactly my thoughts of it on the road. So we're done with this. And now we can switch the ignition fully off. We get our little party trick happen, where the car will just completely air itself out in front of every onlooker. Just ridiculous. Very, very cool. Love that function. Completely down to as low as it will go. This one's got slightly bigger wheels and tyres, so it looks lower. But this one is exactly the same settings, so it's fully decked out as much as possible before it hits on the axle. But looking super cool. You know, you chuck your stuff in the back and it's still great for towing because it's got height sensor, so it'll automatically adjust everything for you. Good stuff. Let's go take it on the road test. Okay guys, so we're ready for our first test drive of our stage 2 air ride serviced madness of a car. So, well, we'll switch it on. It's going to lift itself up and put it out and give it some beans, basically. Handbrake down. And then you're in your road going mode, so that's really cool. Compressor's again going to fill up the tank, and well, we can pull it out and see what it feels like. And here we have it. Rolled outside in normal mode, and if we press up, it'll go up. Press up, it goes up by about 2.5 to 3 inches. Then you can do your kind of your off-roading, your crawling. Really, really nice and extended. You can drive around like this as long as you need to. Pop it back down into normal mode, which is your road going height. Such a cool piece of kit. And obviously with this one as well, we fitted the party trick where you switch it off and it'll completely just deck itself out. And you can use this to get into car parks in like London and stuff like that. So cool. And the comfort is so much better. So let's take it on the road. Okay, so we've loaded our stage 2 map. Car's fully serviced. Everything's looking good. Air suspensions. Where are we now? I think we're in normal road mode. So it's going to be a little bit stiff until the conies set in. And stage 2 map, actually, this thing sounds ridiculously loud. We'll get an outside shot of that, but for now, absolutely tears. For a 2.4, the 2.4s are typically, they're a little bit slow and a bit laggish, but with the Remap, they really do wake up. This one's got a decat, so it sounds just an absolute hellraiser of a car. But for this video, what we're more interested in is the kind of the on-air suspension kit, and it's just a completely different night and day experience. I feel like the corners are kind of more predictable. It handles the bumps nicer. It's just a completely different experience on the road, and I kind of want to weigh it against a Range Rover or something similar. That probably wasn't a good example, but that was kind of a steep up. But as I said, the shocks will ease up, and it's just great to have in this kind of car. These cars are just so much fun. This one especially, see if it gets noisy. great machine. It's so hard to put the air into words because a Defender still has solid fixed axles, so you don't have independent corners like a modern car. So you still know that you're in a kind of prehistoric machine, but you just don't have that almighty crashing around. And it makes the most difference when you're kind of on a smooth, flat road, because it does feel like you're riding on air, which is obviously what we are now doing. Off-road, you still got the performance of off-road. As long as you're not going competition sort of thing, then you've got pure reliability. But it's just all round. I think it's perfect for someone who uses the car on the road, predominantly, and does the odd bit of car park and off-roading. It's the most versatile kit you've got. The comfort of this is amazing, but you still get that dependability in the cornering that you kind of want. This is a van, so I can't see anything at the back, which is great. This thing absolutely so if I pull over here, see if we can get a rolling shot here. Okay guys, so this is Bradley, and Bradley, what are you a racing driver?
Yeah, I am.
A rising star. What are you racing driver?
TCR Germany, Clio Cup.
There you go, Clio Cup racing car driver here. So he's going to do a stage 2. Hang on, wait for the traffic to go. But so press down, Bradley. Let's just see it go into access mode. Handbrake up. Super cool, this stuff. This is 2020, 20th late century modifications right here. Okay, send it up into normal mode, Bradley. So cool. Okay, when you're ready, let's hear this stage 2 decap. Oh. Well, that is just terrifyingly loud. So he turned his car around, and I hope that he's gonna rip it past us. Well, there you go, stage 2 air ride, causing absolute havoc. This is a 60-mile-an-hour road, and these things don't really do over 60 miles an hour, but the noise that thing makes is just great. Okay guys, so it would appear that he's happy with with the suspension package and obviously the stage 2 tuning package. And well, the car's been serviced, we've done the on-air suspension, and I'm very excited to see what he thinks and what he makes of what we've done. And I think it's going to be positive. He's got a smile from ear to ear just like I do. It's just, it just makes you have much more fun in the car, and I can hear him just absolutely roaring towards me. And so this video was mainly about the on-air suspension, which is just absolutely great. It just makes it so much more enjoyable for you to own. But performance is always fun. But let's grab his thoughts and see what he thinks of it. First thoughts?
That's phenomenal.
Hey guys, so I'm going to call the video there. I hope that you enjoyed me ranting on about air suspension and stage 2 performance. If you want to see the fitting of this kit, I did an earlier video on my channel which was fitting air to a Defender, but this is the number 2, and this was more about the kind of on-road testing, because I know that I left that out on the last time and some of you wanted to see that. So I hope that this has provided those details, but it's one of those things you kind of actually need to be in the car to feel the difference. Go to your local Land Rover dealer, get in a Range Rover, and this is pretty close to it. However, you've got Coney shocks, which kind of keep it nice and stiff, so you can kind of chuck it into the corners, a bit more predictable. And overall, the party trick sells this kit for me. It's so worth it. And you've got the modern reliability. You genuinely do have this. This isn't just some cheap thing that you can't maintain. This kit is actually really high quality, easy maintainable, and the way that I've routed all the lines and stuff, if you have to take the gearbox out, it can be maintained really simple and really easily. So I'm really happy with this kit, and I'm happy that I've done another one. And I hope you guys enjoyed this this short video. As always, don't forget to leave your comments and thoughts down below. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, which is @JuiceMotors, and I'll catch you guys next time.